We are headed to Palermo. It's 123 nautical miles and we sailed about 18 hours.
It feels so good, baby, it's understood. It feels so right, honey, to keep pushing into the night. Oh, it feels so good, sensing our humanhood.
Here you see a captain in his element.
We're invincible, baby.
No sea is too rough, no wave too high. It wasn't always like this. When we decided in February 2022 to give up life on solid ground and move to a boat, neither Kai or I have ever sailed before.
Where'd the tower they built?
In April 2022, Kai flew to Split to view the boat. Mr. Vodanovic handed him the keys and said, "Take it for a test sail." But Mr. Reine was not qualified to sail. However, he bought the boat and got to work immediately. As we all know, Kai doesn't do things halfway. He embarks on this journey with his family and takes it very seriously. So he aimed to achieve the highest possible qualification, Yachtmaster Ocean.
It feels so right, honey, to keep pushing.
But what exactly is a Yachtmaster Ocean? The Yachtmaster Ocean is a rare and prestigious qualification worldwide. Only a few thousand people hold this diploma. If you are a Yachtmaster Ocean, you are a highly qualified sailor who possesses the skills and knowledge to navigate a sailing yacht anywhere in the world. This is not just a title, it's the highest qualification a sailor can achieve through the Royal Yachting Association, better known as RYA.
What the hell is going on? We started off so strong. Manufacturers of dreams, charlatans of love. And nothing here is really what it seems. Come on, praise now, lift up your voice. Oh, and it feels so good.
It was a long trip to Palermo, so we made a stop in Favignana.
It feels so right. Just keep pushing into the night.
When we continued our trip, we saw a secluded island. We wondered who lived there and did some research. We found out it was a rehab clinic. So smart.
We're invincible, baby.
Palermo is a very special destination for Kai. Last year his qualification trip ended here, preparing him for his Yachtmaster Ocean exam. To achieve this qualification, one must have logged sufficient miles, undergone intensive training and completed a long-distance crossing of at least 600 nautical miles on the open ocean, relying entirely on celestial navigation. I would like to take you on this special journey with us.
Praise now. Praise now. Lift up your voice. And it feels so good. Baby.
While busy negotiating the purchase of the boat, we immediately started with the sailing courses. We began together because it was important for me to also learn the basics. We went to Harlingen, to the Zeezeilers, a well-known sailing school in the Netherlands.
We zijn gearriveerd.
Where Kai would later complete his entire training. This was a beginner's course where we got to know life on the boat and learned the basics of sailing.
That's it.
We took this course together with Gerhard and Christa, two very kind people with plans similar to ours. Unfortunately, their adventure ended much too soon.
I don't know if you know where to start, but I know where you'd like to be. I'm afraid that I've lost you, 'cause you're hiding from me. Yeah, it shows that it's cost you a lot to be like the rest of us.
je van Jan? Bezos.
124 liter getankt.
And you wink in your toes. You got eyeball and
We were also introduced to the VHF radio for the first time, a means of communication that is still widely used at sea. In fact, it's the primary means of communication. Did you know that Vlissingen is called flushing in English?
Local time. A warning to shipping. Flushing. Hook of Holland. IJmuiden. Texel. Harlingen.
We were so happy, our new life about to begin. The Dutch Sea is quite different from the Mediterranean. It is much colder and the tides make navigation much more challenging.
Een nieuwe dag op de bocht.
Evenings during such a course can be quite enjoyable. You spend a lot of time together and after a drink,
Hoek van Holland. Zal ik het helemaal opnieuw doen?
ja, doe het.
Eén keer te doen. All ships, all ships, all ships. This is the Netherlands Coast Guard. For the Netherlands coastal waters. Flushing. Hoek van Holland.
Zierikzee.
Zierikzee.
No warning.
No warning. Marken. IJsselmeer. Flushing. Is goed zo.
and now for the real thing.
Ik ga weer op mijn s'avonds in de strijd gooien. Lorentsluizen. Goedemorgen. Zeiljacht Jan van Gent.
Goedemorgen.
Goedemorgen, zeiljacht Jan van Gent. Wij willen graag schutten van het IJsselmeer richting het Wad.
Ja, dat kan. Doet u maar de kleine vuist, de stuurboordvuist.
Dank u, doei.
A week at home, finalizing the last details of our boat purchase, which was then still called Best of Sweden.
Kijk, dit zijn de dingen die we natuurlijk wel gaan missen. Hè?
And on this boat we did not have electrical winches. It is hard work all the way. I've never seen the captain work so hard.
Binnen. Lijn binnen.
We loved it together, going out without the kids, having some time just for us, dreaming about our adventure. I have no idea what Kai is doing here. It looks like he's giving directions.
Waarom zou je zo'n zeilcursus moeten doen?
Loopt hij al?
Ja, hallo.
Oh,
Ik denk, maak het een beetje spontaan.
oké. Nou, dit kan eruit geknipt worden. Ja, kijk, ik moet meteen denken aan jullie plannen. Als je een wereldreis wil maken met elkaar en met 2 kindjes, dan wil je dat natuurlijk wel veilig doen. Dus het is belangrijk dat je voordat je weggaat, dat je het gevoel hebt dat eigenlijk alles wat je tegenkomt, dat je daar gewoon een nootje bij kan eten. Nee, maar zonder gekheid, dat je het gevoel hebt van hé, ik weet hoe ik moet sturen, hoe ik rekening moet houden met stroom, drift, ondieptes.
Je hebt bijna crashes met andere boten.
Andere boten,
Man overboord.
aanvaringsproblemen, man overboord. In principe bij de Zeezeilers komt alles aan bod.
Piep!
Toch een beetje aan Rob denken.
Dit is provisie hoor.
Ja, 10% dit. Nee, en ja, ik gun iedereen die iets met zeilen wil gaan doen, dat je het goed leert. Theorie, praktijk. Dat je veel mijlen maakt. Dat je een goede instructeur hebt. Het is je gegeven. Hè? En,
Deze keer hebben we wel een top instructeur.
Dankjewel.
Kan niet anders zeggen.
Taal je zo oké.
Ja.
Ja, verder. Hoe vind ik dat het met jullie gaat? Ja, ik ben erg te spreken sowieso over de groep. Over hoe snel iedereen leert. Hoe de sfeer is. Ook niet onbelangrijk. Want mijn visie is een goede sfeer. In combinatie met een veilige omgeving. Een veilige zeiltrip. Kan je het meeste leren. We hebben net even geankerd. Ik vind het ook belangrijk dat er genoeg pauze is. Dat je ook even kunt ontspannen, dat het niet alleen maar knallen is. En ik vind het altijd goed om te starten op het IJsselmeer, want daar heb je nog geen stroom. En dan heb je redelijk veel ruimte om lekker te oefenen. En straks gaan we het wat op. En dan heb je toch wat meer te maken met vaargeulen, ondieptes, stroming. Dat is ook heel interessant, maar dan is het fijn als je al gewoon op elkaar bent ingespeeld. Een beetje de basis zeiltechnieken in de knipper. En dan kunnen we lekker het wat doen.
Ja. Leuk.
Ja.
Heb jij nog iets toe te voegen daaraan, matroos?
Nee. Ik probeer ons in de diepe vaargeul te brengen in plaats van hier op die zandbank waar die Duitsers liggen die ons net aangevaren hebben.
Want hoe diep gaan we? We hebben nu 2,6.
Ja.
Dat is aardig, toch?
Ik wil om even op jullie in te zoomen, ik vind dat Daniela echt heel veel leert. Gewoon echt steil leercurve. En niet heel zwaar leunt op techniek en op IT-faciliteiten. En ja, bij Kai is dat gewoon net even anders.
Het goed maar. Wie zit er aan de kaart? Wie zit er aan de kaart? Dat is mooi hè, hij zit aan de kaart. Kijk.
Nee, nog even een afsluiting.
Ja.
Ik hoop dat jullie nog heel veel gaan leren en een hele mooie trip hebben. En dat jullie maar lekker lang ervan mogen genieten.
Dankjewel.
Proost er maar een biertje op straks.
Ja, dat film ik dan ook even, hè, dat biertje.
Ja, dat moet je zeker doen, ja.
Dankjewel.
Waar je die oversteek kan maken, zet daar even een waypoint, dan kan ik daar mikken. Ja, die. Ja, zet daar even een waypoint. Top. Zeg maar, ga naar. Doe maar, ga naar. Ja, dat is hem, dankjewel.
Hij heeft gewoon de boordcomputer van het schip gehackt.
Wat zeg je? Kijk, let op wat er gebeurt. Ik zie jouw lijntje, hè? Ja, dus die GPS, dat duurt even. Zo stom met die GPS en rekening over het kompas. Ja.
Nee, ik kom op schip. Wat wel belangrijk is, een navigator.
Ja, ik heb het gezien, er zit zo'n ondiepte. Ik moet daar precies tussendoor steken. Die heb ik hier in het vizier.
Ja. Niet links of rechts, pak het stuur vast.
That's the difference between Kai and myself. If I find something challenging, I stay away from it. Kai keeps practicing until he masters it. The same goes for the VHF radio. After a few days without the kids, of course, videos need to be recorded for the little ones and gifts need to be bought.
Wie wil met mij spelen? Maar er is er nog één. Hallo, hallo, hallo.
Kai can't resist fixing the lighting on the boat. And that's a good thing because we're going night sailing for the first time.
Heb je een westkardinaal?
You see, every captain starts out as a deckhand. We also practiced docking the boat, sailing in and out of locks, and even my captain had to learn how to throw lines. Again, I've never seen him work so hard on a boat.
Daniel, let op die bal in je hand, hè?
Nee, maar nu ga ik alleen maar... Als het goed is, moet hij gewoon buiten, dan draaien.
1, 2. Take 2. Herkansing. Wijd gooien. 3 keer scheeprecht, jongen. Victory! Teamwork, jongens. Top. Kunnen we afvinken.
After this course, we had our first vacation on the new Luna boat. We hired a skipper to help us sail the boat, but after 3 days, Kai was confident enough to send him away and do it himself. This was a true magical moment for us. Is that Bobby?
Papa.
Is it Papa?
Ja.
Op de boot?
Ja.
We started CWO 2, the advanced sailing course for tidal waters. Each time we set sail, our journey is not only about sailing and boats. We also learned a lot about the fascinating landscape of human psychology and group dynamics. In every course, we encounter a different group of people, different fellow students and a new instructor. Kai, our experienced observer, has noted an intriguing pattern during all of his courses. For the first 3 days, individuals tend to exhibit socially desirable behavior, aiming to fit in and gain the favor of the group. However, by day 4, friction often emerges and a natural hierarchy begins to establish itself. Living on a boat amplifies these dynamics. The confined space, shared responsibilities, and the constant presence of others ensures that social roles and interpersonal relationships evolve rapidly.
I've always admired those who just do it and they conquer their fears. They fall back down and they keep getting up and they try to steer clear. I'm afraid, I'll admit, what if I'm stuck in my mind? I'm not great, neither rich, but will you stay here by my side? All the good times turn into memories and the revelry goes on. Let's have a good time, night of the century. Our best days can't be done. All the good times turn.
This was the last sailing course I participated. From now on, he had to do it on his own.
Let's have a good time, night of the century. Our best days can't be done.
This This is his plan. Step by step, he will have to qualify to get closer to his goal. He started his training with a solid foundation thanks to his Dutch CBO2 certification, which allowed him to skip the competent crew step and move straight to the next level. With his day skipper, he spent a week learning from Wim Dauma, who remains a valuable friend to this day. This was his first time spending more than 5 days at sea, a total of 9 days. Despite getting seasick, he managed to absorb a lot of knowledge about weather patterns and man overboard drills. Next came the coastal skipper and Yachtmaster Offshore theory. This phase was all about self-study, followed by an intensive exam. He tackled complex case studies and answered numerous of questions, ultimately crafting a detailed passage plan.
Looking back, I was once so brave, never hesitated.
The practical part of his training took him from Boulogne-sur-Mer to the UK's East Coast rivers and then back to Harlingen, with a stop in Texel. This leg of the journey was a comprehensive review of everything he had learned, but this time on tidal waters. It involved repeated man overboard drills, anchoring and heaving too. This week turned out to be the most relaxed and enjoyable, surrounded by wonderful people.
All the good times turn into memories.
Arriving in Texel in the heat of the night, they found a taxi and celebrated with frikandellen, a Dutch delight. It was a memorable night. When they finally reached Harlingen, the kids and I were there to greet him, making this reunion even more special. The path to becoming a Yachtmaster offshore involved several mile-building trips. He sailed across the North Sea, the English Channel, the Wadden Sea, and even clocked many miles in Croatia. Each trip brought new crew members and instructors, making it a challenging period of constant adapting and long absences from home. One particularly tough trip got him so seasick that he vomited 40 times in a single afternoon. It turned out he had an inflamed wisdom teeth pressing on his vestibular system, causing severe seasickness. After a brief recovery, he rejoined the crew in Newport. During one of the toughest crossings of the channel, everyone on board got seasick. This was the prep week before the offshore practical exam, a grilling 24-hour test overseen by an RYA examiner. He had to demonstrate his ability to manage the crew in all situations, including man overboard procedures under sail. For the Yachtmaster Ocean theory, he attended a course led by Nigel Rennie, the author of the Yachtmaster Ocean instruction book. The week-long course in handball alongside George, Alan and Marcia was particularly special. Celestial navigation, his holy grail, was the highlight and he excelled in the coursework. In between, he also completed several other crucial certifications. He got the General Operator Certificate at the Seafarer School in Enkhuizen. He got a drone pilot license, enabling him to fly drones up to 25 kilos. He did courses on diesel engines, medical training and STCW safety protocols. Additionally, he got his PPR and commercial endorsement, allowing him to work commercially. The final step was an ocean qualifying passage. He delivered a brand new lagoon from Les Sables d'Olonne to Croatia. A non-stop 3-week voyage covering 3,600 miles. During this trip, he faced multiple challenges, including losing his bag of charts and the threat of orca attacks. It's a big problem in Gibraltar. A group of orcas attacking boats, they make holes in the boat, bite off the rudders, and several ships have been sunk. On April 1st, in the middle of the night, a group of orcas attacked a ship just a few miles away. There were 4 men on board: Foch, Crashew, Koen and Kai. You wouldn't expect it, but they took good care of each other. They cooked well, caught fish and laughed. One of the most harrowing parts of the journey was navigating the Bay of Biscay in terrible weather. Despite using scopolamine patches to combat seasickness, it was a rough ride. Remarkably, he navigated using only celestial bodies, no electronic navigation tools. The tuna provided some memorable moments amid the tough conditions. He stepped off the boat in Palermo. Our house was being sold and we needed him at home to round up the sale. After 3 weeks at sea, he came home to us, but he was not ready yet.
Hey muizen! Hey muizen! Kom eens hier. Hier was een kusje van Piet. Ik had je even mee.
Back home, he compiled and sent in all of his documentation. He flew to Southampton for the final exam. The examiner reviewed his materials for 3 weeks and then grilled him for 3 hours. The exam covered trip preparation, boat paperwork, meteorology, and celestial navigation calculations used during the trip. In May 2022, he began his journey, and in April 2023, he ended his Yachtmaster Ocean qualification trip. Now, 1 year later, we arrived in Palermo as a family. So now he is a Yachtmaster Ocean. In 12 months, he did what some sailors never achieve or take most of their lives to do. It's a prestigious qualification, signifying extensive knowledge and experience in navigation, safety and seamanship. And he did it all to ensure our safety on board. Reflecting on this incredible journey, his confidence at sea has grown immensely. He's gone from knowing nothing about sailing to being ready to cross the Atlantic on his own. Honey, you did the impossible. I am so very proud of you. This transformation is a testament to the dedication and hard work of everyone involved in this training. On behalf of Kai, I would like to thank everyone who made this possible.